It's no secret that I like budget stuff. In fact, in my last video, I talked about the best free software. A link to that video would be in the description below. Anyway, in this video, I'll be talking about the best budget phones you can buy in 2020 or 2021. Not just new phones, but also older phones whose drop in prices make them excellent choices. My name is Yudi. I talk about tech. Let's shoot. So first, what do I consider as a budget phone? Anything under $200 will be considered as a budget phone in this video. Like I said, I will mention the best new budget phones and also older flagships that are now great budget options. I'm going to be mentioning phone brands, then the best phone from that brand. The phone or phone brands I'm not going to mention in any particular order. It's completely random. So let's get started. By the way, my timestamps are in the description below. First on my list, Infinix. And I've actually said this before, Infinix really stepped up their game in 2020. For Infinix, we'll be focusing on two devices, the Infinix Note 8 series. So that's the Infinix Note 8 and the Infinix Note 8i. Now, both of these devices, the Infinix Note 8 and the Note 8i, are pretty similar. They are pretty much the same device. They have the same processor, battery capacity, and build quality. But the Infinix Note 8 has better cameras than the Note 8i. It's a bigger phone and it costs more. It costs exactly $200, while the Infinix Note 8i costs $150. So depending on whether or not you want better cameras and a bigger display, you can choose between those devices. I actually already reviewed both of those devices on the channel before. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. Next, Tecno. And Infinix and Tecno phones always have something in common. Almost every time. And the Tecno Pova, this guy, is very similar to the Infinix Note 8i. They have the same chipset, the same display, and the same build quality. But the Tecno Pova has a micro USB port instead of USB Type-C. It has 16 megapixel camera and it has a bigger battery, 6000 mAh. Another good budget option from Tecno is the Tecno Camon 16. It's powered by the MediaTek Helio G70 chip, which is also a gaming chipset. It has a 64 megapixel camera, but it also has a micro USB port. So if you really want a USB Type-C port, I would say you should really consider the Infinix Note 8 or the Infinix Note 8i, or stick around. There are more options as we go down the list. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, subscribing to the channel would be really great. Just hit the subscribe button and the notification bell as well. Right there. Next on the list, Xiaomi. Because you can't talk about budget phones without mentioning Xiaomi. For Xiaomi, we'll be focusing on the Redmi series. Xiaomi is so good at making budget phones that buying their older budget phones still makes sense. For example, my brother bought the Redmi Note 7 earlier this year and it's great. Great performance, awesome design, awesome camera, and good battery life. The Redmi Note 7 out of the box comes with Android 9 on MIUI 10. Well, right now it's on Android 10 on MIUI 12. That is something you wouldn't get with Tecno or Infinix phones. I actually talked about this in my Redmi Note 7 review. Yep, I did a review of the Redmi Note 7. I will leave a link to that video in the description below. The Redmi Note 7 and the Redmi Note 8 have both been updated to Android 10, and more updates are still in their future. The best part, their prices have dropped. Software updates is one of the reasons why Xiaomi new budget phones are great. The Redmi 9 series pretty much hits all the budget price range. The Redmi 9C cost $140. I actually already reviewed the Redmi 9C on the channel already. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. The Redmi 9 and Note 9 are also very good budget options. They are both running Android 10. They both have screen protection. They are both gaming chipsets and they both have huge battery capacity and they are both really good. In my opinion, just my opinion, Xiaomi makes the best budget phone. They provide both software updates and excellent hardware for the price. Now, let's go back in time. Google Pixel. Now, Pixel phones are nowhere near the $200 price range. But 3 years ago, they released the Pixel 2 and Pixel 2 XL. And now those phones are now under $200. But why would anyone buy a phone that is now 3 years old? The design alone is a turn off, right? Well, the Pixel 2 and Pixel 2 XL have a lot of things going for it. They were released with Android 8, but they have both received updates to Android 11. It's no secret that Pixel phones have one of the best cameras, and cameras from the Pixel 2 and Pixel 2 XL are still awesome. How about performance? Both of these devices have the most powerful chipsets at the time, Snapdragon 835. Yes, now it's 3 years old, but to be honest, it will still outperform all new budget phones and even some mid-rangers. You also get a 2K OLED screen and very good haptics. So software, cameras, build quality and performance are all covered. The only concern is battery life. So if you're going to get one, maybe from eBay or from GG, I'll leave some links below. Just make sure it's in good condition. And a friend of mine actually got a Pixel 2, 128 gigs, and he's loving it. He got his for just $100, 45,000 naira. So if you're lucky, you might just get an awesome deal like that. Now, how about Apple iPhone? Well, you can get the Apple iPhone 7 for under $200 and it's good. The same reasons why you buy the Pixel 2 XL is the same reason why you buy the iPhone 7. So, great performance. Software has been updated to the latest iOS 14.2, awesome camera, and good haptics. So, yeah. Next on the list, Nokia. Nokia also offers software updates thanks to the Android Run program. The Nokia 3.4 and the Nokia 5.3 are great project options. Nokia gives you timely and stable software updates, but they often sacrifice hardware. These chips on the Nokia 3.4 and Nokia 5.3 are underwhelming for the price you are paying. But if you really care about timely and stable software updates straight from Google, Nokia phones are a no-brainer. I actually already reviewed the Nokia 3.4 on this channel already, so I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. I think I've said that a couple of times today. Okay, last time, I promise. Now, how about Samsung? I've never been a fan of Samsung budget phones. They're often overpriced. Now, for every Samsung budget phone, check other brands like Xiaomi or Infinix for similarly priced phones and you find out that Samsung budget phones are overpriced. I also tried going the other way, going to Samsung older flagships, and the Note 9 and S9 are not under $200. And the S8 and the Note 8 are not good options. They have stopped receiving updates. So the last update they received was Android 9. So I guess Samsung is out of the picture. There are a couple of brands that are less popular, but their phones are so good that they seem like a lie. The brands are Oukitel and Umidigi. So that's the Oukitel C21 and the Umidigi A9 Pro. Now both of these phones have full HD plus screens. They both use the MediaTek Helio P60, so performance is decent. They are both running Android 10 that looks like stock Android and there are no ads. They both have USB Type-C ports. The Oukitel C21 has 16 megapixel main camera, 20 megapixel selfie, 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage, and a 4000 mAh battery, and it is priced at just $100. And the Umidigi A9 Pro actually has a 48 megapixel camera, also 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage. There are also other variants that go up to 128 gigs, a 4150 mAh battery, and it is priced at $129. So these phones are really good. But let's say you buy this phone and unluckily it gets damaged. Let's say the screen breaks. You will not find the parts easily. You need to order the parts online from AliExpress. Then wait for it to get to you. Then you have to give it to a phone engineer to fix it for you. And depending on where you live, that can be a hassle. But no doubt, these phones, the Oukitel C21 and the Umidigi A9 Pro, are really good and they are great value for money. So, that's it. If there is any phone you think I've missed, I'm very sure I've missed some, do tell me in the comment section down below. And if you can, tell me why you think it's a good budget phone. If this video helped you, and I hope it did, give this video a like and also subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe to the channel. Right there. My name is Udi. This is Udi Shoots. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video.